screen recording, the first thing that I want to do is just address the whole directional uh, parts of your character, right? So currently we have some characters that walk on their head and do all kinds of things. So I just want to make sure that when you click the right arrow, that your fella and or vehicle or whatever it is that you have is looking in this way, and if you get the left arrow, they're going that way. So stuff like that. I just want to make sure that we have this actually operating as a game should be, right? And just to show you, like, this is what mine looks like now. He's going this way. Oh boy, he's going this way, which is weird, right? There's just nothing natural about that. So I want to make it natural, and I'm sure you do as well. So to begin, all I did was double click on him. You should have this, right? So we went over this whole animation thing. I have two animations over here. Stop, which is not technically an animation, but something we're going to reference later. And then crawl. Then you see in crawl here, I have these two frames that just loop. And it looks like he's off and running there, okay? Subsequently, what I've done as well is his behaviors are the platform, which you should already have. I mean, platform means he's going to land on solids. We can use the arrow keys. And then that scroll to, which you know is it'll just be following this little worm guy as he goes through my little scene here without the whole thing being seen. So it's really all that you have to do as far as behaviors and getting him set up. Everything else is going to be done in your event sheet, okay? And I noticed I'm going to move these down. Obviously, important things here, important things. So I'm going to go to my event sheet now and get everything all squared away. You're not going to see much happening as you do this first part. So step one is pretty much just getting a foundation. Then we're going to build on that foundation so it begins to work well. And that'll make sense as we build. So the first thing is the keyboard, okay? And I'm going to use the keyboard and something called platform moved. And you'll like both of them, and there's two ways to do this, but what I'm doing is kind of an amalgam of both, so that way you get your handle on which one you want to use. So it's up to you. You can adapt it. You can do it this way, whatever you'd like. But for now, obviously I'm drawn to click this on key pressed because Construct highlighted it. So I'm going to press on this, and I'm going to go right. For no other reason than I want my little bugger to go off to the right. I'm going to hit done. Now I have this on key pressed. And then this is where things kind of start looking more foundational than action, because I want to go back to my guy. I just want to set him to mirrored, right? So I want to choose set mirrored, but I want to put him at not mirrored, okay? And it's just a matter of the fact that he's just going to be, when I go this way, off he goes. There's more to it, and it's hard to explain until it's all done, so just bear with me. The other aspect of this is you got to get your fella kind of associated with this on key pressed as well. So by that, I'm just going to go in here, right click, and say add another condition. And in doing so, it just kind of lets me build off of that keyboard. So I'm going to go back to my worm 3, and I'm going to do again and just say is mirrored. Okay? So that's it. So all I want to do initially is this, is say keyboard on press, worm not mirrored, da, da, da. Okay, so now when I hit play, again, you're not going to see much. He's still doing exactly what the heck we want him to be doing. Excuse me, what we don't want him to be doing. So now I'm going to knock this out. And basically what we want to do now that we have this set up, so we're basically saying if he goes to the right, don't mirror him and mirror the action. Okay? So the only thing we have to do is copy this, which gets me everything that I want. Now I just need to set everything opposite. By that, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go left arrow, hit done. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to right click on this because I can't change it. I'm going to right click on is mirrored and go to invert, right? So far you see opposite, opposite compared to this one. So you're probably thinking, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to go ahead and do not mirrored and change that to mirrored. Okay? So now I'm done. So I didn't really do much except for put in all of this mirror stuff associated with the right, and then basically complete opposite when I went to the left. So now when I preview this, he goes this way, he goes this way, he goes this way, he goes this way. Okay? So that looks pretty good. Yeah? He jumps, off he goes, and we're done. So now we have this animation going. So let's go ahead and do this next part and see what happens. What I want to do is go in here. I'm going to grab Worm 3. So that's my player. And I'm going to go to Platform. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm going to do that. The good thing I'm going to do is moving. Is that the one I want? Of course it is. Is moving. And then I want to set my animation. So I'm going to go back to my Worm 3. Then I'm going to say set animation. And I'm going to put in crawl. Okay, that's cool, right? But I also want to make sure that he's on the floor. Does that make sense? So I'm going to add another condition. Add another condition. I'm going to go to my Worm 3, and I'm going to go down to this again, and is on floor. And by floor, it means solid, right? So I'm going to say is on floor. And it's going to do the same thing. So now, what you want to see is instead of having to say when the right key is pressed, do that, and the left key is pressed, do that. All I'm going to say is when the darn little bugger is moving, literally, if he's just moving, meaning right and or left, to do that crawl animation, okay? So let's try and see if that works. Oh, off he goes, and off he goes. See that? So now the weird thing is if he's sitting still, see him? Just kind of chilling, he's still moving. So the only thing we want to do now, and this is going to have to be a whole other event, pick our Wormy, and cruise down here, and on stop, is what I want to do. Platform animation triggers. It's following, it's sync, so I got to say is stopped, right? On stop. And then I want to say, again, go to my Wormy, and I want to set that animation, and I want it to be stop. Yeah? So, no big deal. Blah, blah, blah. I should probably add, just because, I should probably add the on floor thing, right? And it is on floor too. Just to kind of keep it consistent. So this shouldn't be too difficult. So basically we're saying, you know, my Wormy, which is technically the platform. Remember I put the platform behavior on him, is moving, do the animation. But I'm also saying, kind of just like we do in the advanced actions with Captivate or just adding multiple actions in storyline, here it is, we're just saying if it's moving and on the floor, do the crawl. And here is if it's stopped and on the floor, do the stop. Okay, so let's check this out. And we're good to go. See that? Let's see if it works on it. Did it work on the tree? Oh, the tree is not considered a floor. How about that? Huh. Okay, whatever. So that's that. That is how you make your little bugger look about as animated as we can get. Okay? So there it is. That is platform control with the directional aspect, and this will eliminate your little bugger, you know, falling on his head or being all weird. And if you want it now, so we have other things here. You can see that all we did is moving, blah, blah, blah. So there's other ways if you think about it. We could do an animation maybe that's jump. So if you wanted him to kind of look a certain way when he jumps, you could do that. So there's a lot of things that you could do if you wanted to build on that. But we have to remember that we have a limited amount of events. So that is how you make your fella kind of react more game-like, per se, to the controls.